All right, happy Monday, Inspire Beauty. I am super pumped to pass the mic tonight to one of our leaders. Before I do that, though, I have a couple of announcements. Number one, we started a Dash to Emerald. I got ahead of myself. A Dash to Emerald push for the last 10 days of the month to basically empower ourselves to talk more about the community aspect, to talk more about the team aspect of what we do as coaches. There is magic and power to that. There's so much magic and power to that. When I look at my self-care sisterhood and I look at my challenge group community, you guys, the bulk of the coaches who are getting the results, who are engaged, who have momentum, who are showing up and cheering others on, they're coaches. Coaches get the best results, and we know that. We know that through and through. And so one of the things that I love to do is always offer coaching and our team as an option when people are enrolling into my boot camps and into the Self-Care Sisterhood. And so this week we're talking all about how to talk about the team on social media. How do you craft posts that talk about coaching, right? Without sounding like, a billboard for Beachbody. How do you craft posts talking about coaching when you're not quote unquote there yet, right? How do you do that? We're going to talk about that. We're also really just getting down to action. There's also not just 10 days of this Dash to Emerald, but there's 10 days left of September, my friends. What? Where did September go? Insane. And I'm not at my goals yet. I don't know about you, but I'm not there yet. And so if you're like me, if you're imperfect and you're not there yet and you're still just freaking trying like I am, we're doing tracker check-ins every day, okay? Because that's what it takes. That's what it takes to bring new energy into your community, to bring new teammates on board, right? We want the things sometimes, but do we want to do the work? And so this thread is all about the action behind it. And so if you aren't in that thread yet and you want to be added into that, make sure that you shoot me a message and let me know so that we can get you in there, or shoot it to your upline coach and they'll get you put in there. This is also going to bleed over. In October, I'm running a Dash to Diamond. This is a really great group for those of you who are pushing for Diamond as your next rank goal. The requirement, though, to be part of that group is 4 coaches. So if you are an Emerald right now sitting with 2 coaches, you can use this Dash to Emerald to bring 2 new teammates on board to your team in the next 10 days. And then, right, you're eligible with those 4 people under you, under your belt, on your team, to then go into this next push. Okay. That's pretty much what I've got. Like I said, you guys, there's 10 days left of September. I'm not at my goals. I have a little board over here where I track our team and what we're doing. And there's so many of you guys just like killing it, but not there yet, right? You're not quite there yet. And so I asked Amanda to get on tonight to rally us, to push us a little bit. And so I know that she has a good word for us tonight. You guys, if you can turn your screens on, that is my favorite, because when we do this business through a screen, I can't tell if you're okay if I can't see you. You know what I mean? Like, this is my time every week to be able to see you and say, okay, she's okay. Or I see you and I'm like, you know what? She's not okay. I should reach out. And believe it or not, this is my way of like seeing kind of how you're doing. So I love if you can have your screens on if possible. It just also gives Amanda and whoever's speaking extra energy to see our beautiful faces. So Amanda, I'm going to mute myself, sister friend. You take it over. Let us have it.
Can you allow me to share my screen? Oh wait, you already gave me the host. Never mind. Okay, guys. I am diving in to kick a little butt into shape to be a coach, and I am so pumped. Like, I was just typing this up and reviewing it, and I got my energy's all high, and then I talked to Brittany a little bit and my energy got a little bit higher. So I hope I don't talk too fast for you guys. So tonight I want you to right now think about, are you an entrepreneur or are you a hobbyer in your Beachbody life? Are you an entrepreneur or are you a hobbyer? If you could drop that in the chat, that'd be awesome. But I'm going to tell you, the word entrepreneur is freaking scary. Like, that's, oh my goodness, what? I have a business? What are you talking about? I'm not going to lie, like, that's terrifying. And when I decided to stop teaching and like take this world on completely, it gave me like death. Like, I was terrified. But I will also tell you My inner mean girl came out and was telling me nonstop, you can't do this. People are going to see that you're going to fail. People are going to say, why did you stop being a teacher to go pursue something else? Like, why? But I also know that there's a lot more to an entrepreneur than just that. So I'm kicking my inner mean girl. I took the leap of faith. I am no longer a teacher, and I will not allow myself to fail flat on my face. Yes, I do expect to fail here and there, but it's not going to be the end of the world because I know how to get back up. I will catch myself and I will continue on because I have perseverance. So I want to kind of go down into the idea of a hobbyer. I was a hobby coach. No, I won't even say coach. Take that name away. I was a hobbyer, a Beachbody hobbyer for the first 3 months I owned Beachbody because those were the months I was not a coach. I did not do anything for coaching. I simply did me. But I'm going to tell you, I became an entrepreneur the very second I signed up as a coach, which is crazy. You might be thinking, I don't do this. I don't work the business. I'm a discount coach. But we're going to dive into that. We're going to dive into discussing kind of the 3 types of coaches and 3 types of entrepreneurs, because an entrepreneur at any point, you have started your own business. You signed up to be a coach. At any point, you can sell something and get money in return, which is awesome. So you unlocked newfound potential that is just waiting for you to actually sit down and grab hold of, okay? So my self-care sisters is our first tier of entrepreneuring. You are taking care of yourself. You are showing up on your Instagram. You post your workout. You post your shake. You're just kind of there, and it's going to be Instagram, Facebook is your form of, let's say, accountability. That's how you kind of want to do it. And if someone were to actually comment and say, what are you doing? You'd give them information. You would invite them, tell them about your awesome community, and you'd get a little bit of money in return. Not expecting it, but because you're an entrepreneur, you have the opportunity to earn that money. Then I'm going to talk about the second person. Second kind of entrepreneur is the side hustler, which probably most of us are. So you are the person who wants to have a business to get that extra money, get that extra cash, help people, inspire them to get in shape, fall in love with their ideas of everything that our community is about. You know, self-care, fitness, nutrition. We have community, we have book club, like everything that we're doing. You love that, you feed off that, and you want to go out there and help get a little bit extra money and help inspire others to feel as good as you feel, which is awesome. And then your last one is the franchiser. So the franchiser is the person who's going to want to build this business, who wants to go out there and incorporate, I won't say incorporate, they want to go out there and expand so that they can reach more lives, so they can touch and bless more lives, that they can make a full-time income and do all the things. So with these, it's awesome. I want you to kind of think about which one you are, because we each are entrepreneurs, okay? Think about it, and I want you to hold on to that idea because that's going to be a very important idea later on. Yeah. I want us to now take 2 minutes. You're going to take 2 minutes and think about what your goal is. Why did you say yes to be a coach? Why do you show up on the team calls? Like, why do you show up every day, whether that's for yourself, for your followers, to inspire others? Maybe dive into your mission statement. It was July. I did a training all about mission statements. If you have it, go back and look at it, but really dive into these 2 questions. I'm going to just give you 2 minutes to think about it, and we're going to move on from there and really think even further. if you're feeling ballsy and you really want to tell us your goals, I love to hear the goals. So you can think about your goals from weekly, monthly, yearly. Maybe what is your end goal completely? If you've ever done a vision board, that's kind of where I inspire. I always like to have my vision board out and remind me of all my goals. But I also always have my mission statement out, showing me why I'm here every day. Okay. So if you feel like you want to drop some goals in, they can be basic. I know for me, I always have a weekly goal of trying to fill out my trackers. Every box is always the goal. Doesn't mean I'm always hitting it, but that's always the goal. Every month, I want to hit Success Club. Yearly, I want to make a new rank every year. If I can double up, I would love to do that. Then my end goal is even expanding further now, because now this year I get to not be a teacher. So my end goal is to be able to support my family and be at home with them. So those are mine. I'm trying to look at the chat. I love your goals. I love it, guys. I see a lot of hobbyers. You guys are more than hobbyers. You guys are each entrepreneurs, okay? We're going to dive into that. So from here, I want you to think about, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to reach those goals? Leah came out and said she wants to inspire others and bless their lives. And she wants to hit Success Club. She wants to regain her diamond. But Leah, how bad do you want that? Like, seriously, this is where it gets to the nitty gritty, is how bad do you want to reach your goals, and how much time are you willing to put into it? It's something where, do you have 30 minutes a day to build a foundation? Do you have 30 minutes a day to show up to be closer to your goal? It's really that simple, guys. Like, I have broken it down. If you give 5 minutes to each of these tasks, you can totally do it and build a foundation, okay? So work out, share it to your story. Drink your shake, share it to your story. Drink your Energize, drink whatever product it is that you're drinking of Beachbody's, share it to your story. Follow new people, invite, post to your feed, and make connections. To me, these are all the most important things. If I had to do anything for the day, right there, those 6 things, 2 of them are simply for me, and the other 4 are to work my business and to move it forward. It is 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's all you have to give. Let me tell you, as you guys already know, I like to invite when I'm going to the bathroom, because what else are you doing? You're already on your phone. So when are you going to do it? I also like to quickly just go and find new followers. Okay. I've been learning a new way of going to my Instagram, going to my followers, seeing my latest followers or followings or whatever, and I'll just go look who has an active story. Let me connect with those people real quick. Seriously, 5 minutes. You'd be surprised when you have a focused 5 minutes how much you can do. In a focused 20-minute morning, not even, because I was in bed for 10 minutes. I'll say 10 minutes. I was in bed, immediately woke up, checked my story, and I sent out 65 guys invites to a sample workout for 30-day breakaway. 65. Like, I don't really ever send 65 out in a day. That number's crazy. It's going to make me feel overwhelmed, where I won't feel like I have anyone to follow or to invite next week. But that's a lie. I have 1,400 followers. I have people to invite. Okay. And this morning, I sent them 65, and you know what? I already have 14 people who said, yes, share that workout with me, because I took 10 minutes and I did it. So what can you do in 5 minutes? How many people could you invite in 5 minutes? Okay. And I want you to think back I won't go to the next slide yet because that ruins it. But some of you have been thinking lately, well, I don't know how to post to my feed. I just don't really know if what I have to say is that good for my stories. I don't know if what I have to say is even important. And let me tell you guys, that is the biggest lie. Everything you have to say is important. There's so many people in this world that want to hear from you. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or you're 5 years, 10 years down the road from here. We are all doing it. We're all in the same boat, but practice makes perfect. So that's why I say you need to do these 6 tasks. If you can do these 6 tasks, you're building a firm foundation. You get better each time you post. You get more confident each time you post. So I will show you. This is the top left is when I was like first starting coaching, living with my parents, working out in their kitchen, and then there's me now. I have been 3 years down the road, but you can just see the difference in how much I grew by showing up every day, by showing up and getting it done. You can see just the growth from my picture. Just imagine the content. I wish I would have now screenshotted my very first caption to my caption now, because it's completely different. And I have more to tell. I've done my personal development so that I can expand and actually tell a story rather than just putting a quote to the picture. Boop, boop, done. But we all have to start somewhere. And if putting a quote to that picture is going to gain you confidence, do it. It doesn't bother me. It's about building confidence through practice. Every time you show up, you do better. Each time you show up the next week, you're even better than the day before. 1% better. That's all you got to be. 1% better, because at the end of the year, you are going to be 365% better. You got this, ladies. So I just want to say, shouting my girl Gabby out, because today I was watching her story and she just fed into everything I have to say for tonight, is that you are so important. What you have to say is so important. So get out of your own way and say the dang thing. Today, Gabby she finished MBF yesterday. Shout out to you, because that's awesome. And she was sharing her transformation pictures. The first thing that came out of her mouth was, I just finished MBF, but I didn't get the results I thought I would. I love the program and I did get results, but it wasn't what I thought I would. And guys, that's real, that's raw. I don't know about you, but sometimes I don't get the best results. I am somewhere different in my journey. And she said that to her followers. She said, yeah, when I first started this journey, I lost a lot of weight, and that's awesome. And then I went further and I realized I'm not going to be in the same destination. I don't have to lose as much as I did before. And then she throws the confidence in and Mike drops them with her transformation. She showed a transformation within 21 days from day 1 of MBF to day 21 of MBF. And she looks freaking amazing. But wait, if that didn't already have to be like, holy smoke, she looks great. Then she showed up and showed us her day 1 picture to her day. Today I texted her and said, you've completed, I don't remember, I'm going to say 123 workouts. Girl, she got quarantine fit. Like, we signed up like during quarantine, I believe, and she is awesome. Like, oh my goodness, she showed up. So what she had to say was so important. What you have to say is so important. Okay, it is anything. My girl Annie, she tells people straight up. She kind of just tells them about her life. She'll show them how she's decorating something. She tells them about Hunter. Like, it doesn't matter. You'd be intrigued what people do with their life that they just like want to see. Oh, 162. Yeah, that's an awesome thing. But they just want to see you. We invite them into our house. Let them get to know you, okay? We want to be relatable in all ways possible and be a real human, because we're not just people who work out all the time. So I'm going to leave you with a little bit of homework, because I'm a teacher and I believe you have to put what you learn and put action to it, okay? So today, I am a big fan of Everything's Figureoutable. Marie Forleo, you are my girl. Like, reading her book was by far one of my favorite personal development books. But she um, told us to utilize our time. We need to go back and see where we're spending our time. A lot of you have been saying you don't have time or you aren't really being an active coach by posting on your social media or actually doing some of the things. We need to have a pulse. So we need to go in and see where we can gain that pulse. Where can we add 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there? So I want you tomorrow, I'll be coming on the team page to talk to you guys about this, but tomorrow, from the time you wake up to the time you get down to go to bed, I would like you to track what you do all day long, okay? Because it's going to be awesome. Then I'm going to want you to send it to me so I can dive into your schedule with you. One thing I'm pretty freaking amazing with, I don't want to toot my own horn, but like I'm pretty good with it, is my bounce back these days. From when I first started coaching and started being a new teacher, I just stopped. Like I would do the bare minimum of like, I don't even know because I really felt like I just stopped. But as I've grown and developed, I've learned to utilize my time and bounce back faster and faster and faster because I can look at schedules and see, oh, 30 minutes of TV right here. I'm watching it on Hulu. I know there's a 90-second commercial. Let me do something. Going to the bathroom, obviously. Might as well send some invites. You can do it while you're stirring some soup. I was making chili earlier. You can make some chili and you might as well stir and go follow some people. You got 2 hands, you can do it. You can do personal development on your drive there. There's so many ways that you can find time if you really focus. Think about it. 5 minutes of focus time, you can get so much done. So your homework is to send me your schedule of what you did tomorrow. I want to know all of it, okay? But I want you to also remember that you guys are all kick butt entrepreneurs who all have this huge potential to be great. Be great for yourself, which can vibe off and help others be great for themselves. You can inspire people and earn a little extra cash, or you can build a franchise and expand the world. You guys are so freaking awesome, and I can't wait to see you guys each take off. Okay, that's it, guys. That's how I end with.
Yes. So good. You guys, I love how she asked us in the beginning, like, who's an entrepreneur? And it was like, do I have permission to raise my hand? But like, that's the coolest part about this freaking business, you guys. You give yourself permission. No one gets to tell you where you get to go in this business except for yourself. And so I love that like, it doesn't matter what stage you are, you saying yes and hitting like complete on your order and enrollment to become a coach made you an entrepreneur. Whether that's you're going to show up and be an entrepreneur of self-care for others, or you're going to work on bringing fresh energy month after month, maybe 2-3 new people in at a time, right? Or maybe you're like going for something that's just beyond your wildest dreams. Who knows? Who cares? It's yours and you get to own it. I love that. Man, everybody is loving it. Yes. How much Energized did you take today? That's the first question.
One scoop, only one scoop.
You guys, one of my favorite parts of what she shared tonight was when she got to show who she was when she first started and like the glow up of who she is now and all of the pieces, all of every little inch that's taken her to get to that, maybe 10 steps forward and then 8 steps back, right? And then, okay, she's got to figure out how to go forward again, right? That's the journey. And she's given herself the gift of transformation because she never gave up. And that's ultimately like my goal for everybody here. Is there, on that note, any questions you guys have for Amanda that you'd love for her to answer while we've got some time left tonight?
I'm reading through all your comments. I like your goals, guys. Thank you for sharing them. You guys are so awesome. Just so you guys don't feel scared for me, but I'm pretty serious with that homework. Don't talk to me till next Monday if you don't send me it.
I love it.
I'm just saying.
I love it. Tiffany says, how much do you get yourself to not spend too much time on something?
Do you mean working my business, Tiffany?
Sorry, that was terrible wording. Like, I think, like, how do you get yourself to stay like in your time frame? Like, I catch myself where I just am working on the same thing, and then I'm like, oh crap, it's been like 15 minutes because I just get so involved in that one thing. Even if I set a timer, I'm like, oh, I'll take a couple more minutes. Like, how do you just like get yourself to do that?
So I will do where I set numbers for myself, and it's however much I can get done in that number of time. I have come down to a science now. If you ever come on my power hours, it's 8 minutes. I have 8 minutes. We're going to do 8 minutes of this, and that's it. But really, I make sure however long it takes me to do 20 invites, 20 invites. However long it takes me to follow 20 people, that's how long it takes. But then I move on. Like, did it, move on. Because then later throughout the day, if I decide I want to go back and follow more people, perfectly okay. If I want to invite more people, I can. But I want to lay a foundation for my day. And so that's doing the bare minimum.
I love that. I think it's also important, you guys, that you know what your goals are and that what you're doing is in alignment with them. So Tiffany, if you find yourself I'll do this all the time. I'm working on a graphic for my self-care sisterhood because it's fun and it feels good and I love making graphics. And all of a sudden I realized an hour went by and you know what? I'm not at Success Club and that's actually what I need to do because who cares about my graphic if I don't have anybody coming into my group, right? It's the discipline of knowing is the thing you're doing. If your goal is SC and the timer goes off and you've only invited for 15 minutes, but your goal is SC and you're like, I'm in a good flow, then you keep inviting because it's in alignment with your goal. But if your timer goes off for 15 minutes and you were working on something that isn't actually moving the needle forward towards your goal, then you have to be disciplined enough to move on and be aware enough of what's in alignment with your goals too, you guys. I think the biggest thing Amanda's sharing tonight is a priority issue, right? It's never a time issue. We all have the same 24 hours in the day. It's a priority issue. And are you prioritizing your time towards the goals, that you actually set for yourself? I love it. Any other questions for Amanda?
Let me add on to that before you change the topic. Yesterday, I was in a group, and I think it was One Star Diamond group. So I was in a group, and this girl was coming to us speaking, and she was just giving us a lowdown of her day. And I always had this thing where I thought if you invited people in the morning, like it was too early. Like they don't want to wake up to that message. This girl said she did it. And I was like, heck yeah, I'm doing it because that's when I have motivation to invite. Like by the end of the day, my least favorite thing to do on the tracker is invite. I secretly absolutely hate it. Like I won't even tell you. But like I don't like inviting. I don't feel icky anymore, but I have to always tell myself a no doesn't matter, ghosting doesn't matter, yes, I'm annoying, oh well, because that one person I'm gonna help. And I have some of them right here that I've been helping. And those are my go-getters. Those are my people that are moving me and inspiring me and keeping me going straight. But just like you, I don't like to invite. I don't like getting no's. I don't like to feel annoying, but it's my job. I'm going to continue doing it. So I'm going to do my least favorite thing first. So then the rest of the day, I don't have to worry about it. So I did that this morning. And because my mind was so fresh and I didn't have to think twice, I banged out 65 invites. Like never in my wildest dreams. Actually, I might cry right now because, oh my goodness, I remember pushing for Diamond last year, and Brittany sent me, Kristen, and Ashley this video of this coach bringing her girls to Diamond, and it straight up said, you need to invite 100 people, however many days. And I was like, I can do 25. I just hit 65 and didn't think twice about it. Like that, I didn't even think about this earlier, but that's like a huge step in my business that I never thought would happen. Like, so crazy that I could just do that. So keep going, keep trucking. And what I will always tell someone is you can always invite 5. You can always invite 5. The bare minimum is 5. It's on the Beachbody tracker. You can always invite 5. And by the end, you will be inviting more than that. Okay? You guys are awesome.
So good. You guys, do what you can. There's so many different like levels in this business on this call tonight. And I hope you understand as our team grows, like there's going to be people who say a number and you're like, whoa, that sounds daunting. But like, don't allow it to stop you from being where you are today. And don't allow it to stop you from growing to where you could be a year from now, speaking on a call to us, sharing a similar message. So powerful. All right, let me hit stop on the recording.